Greg, as I start into the path of your gardens, I see that the beautiful daylily, and I'm not even going to go any further till you step in with me and give me what the name of this beautiful daylily over here.
That one's June Carter. You got to have June Carter in your garden when you live in Hendersonville, Tennessee.
And when you have a little music in your blood.
There you go.
I can tell that there are some specimen trees or shrubs that you've interplanted in here. Purpose being, you don't want to produce shade, do you?
No, not at all.
All right, well, back here, starting with that.
It's a column acer. It's about 25 foot tall with no branching. It just goes straight up in a column.
Now, this is beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
This is a...
That's a redbud ruby falls. It's a weeping variety of that particular tree.
And it does bloom in the spring.
It does, just like the rest of them.
And you know, that's a beautiful accent color. All right, then I'm going to switch over here to this side because I see some more another plant.
This is a Katsura. And it's called Amazing Grace. It weeps, and they say in the fall when the leaves begin to drop, it smells like cotton candy. That is Blue Racer.
Oh.
Look at the blue eye on that.
See the
Isn't that gorgeous?
And here we are high noon, and it's still fresh. Now then, here's another specimen plant that you've put in here.
It's a little coral bark maple.
Okay.
And in the wintertime and early spring, those limbs are just a brilliant red coral. It does something in the wintertime when everything else is kind of dead. It just has that beautiful red color to it.
Yes, and you know, right beside it, I can't help but see this beautiful daylily right here. That's got some blue in it also, blue Bayou.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That is. And you know, when I look at your garden right here, yes, it's hot, direct overhead, but I see the result.
6 to 8 hours is a really good number to go by for daylilies.
Every garden needs a tomato, so you got this very aesthetically pleasing in here among your daylilies. And
nothing better than a good old BLT sandwich in the summertime.
Amen. I had one last night for dinner. Now, right before me, this is a ginkgo, but now it looks different.
It's a dwarf. It's called Jehoshaphat. That's the reason I got it, because I love the name and I had to have that, being a preacher. But this one only gets about 10 foot tall, and it has actually grown this way. It gives a lot of interest to the garden.
But I know that you are a minister of music.
Correct.
And I'm going to have to say, there is some study that has been done that plants like music. So when you get to practice a new song with the choir, do you come out here and sing to these daylilies?
I sing to them. That's why they look so good. It's like natural fertilizer.
They definitely look good. I can attest to that. Now, walking on further with you, this is a different thing, and I see fruiting on this.
This is a Japanese Gummiberry. My son told me about these. These came from a gentleman down in southern Tennessee that grew them, and I got them at the Franklin Farmers Market. And these berries are very antioxidant. They're good for you. This plant is one of the only plants known that actually put nitrogen back into the soil instead of taking it out.
Well, I want to find out more about this one.
Isn't that gorgeous? That is Color of Laughter, and that was hybridized by my dear friend Tim Bell down in South Georgia. It is just beautiful.
If you feel of this, it almost feels like a piece of leather.
It does, and they call this, the little edging around it, a lot of people call that chicken fat.
Oh. And I know that you have some other things of interest in your garden, like you have artwork, you have shade, but I have to say, it's just plain fabulous.
Thank you, thank you. This is the first cross that I made. I have yet to register it, but I'm probably going to register this year because it has a lot of things that have make it worthy, yeah. The bud count has a lot of buds. It's a smaller one. The throat is very green. That's very popular with folks. And so in 2011, it bloomed for the first time while I was still in Florida.
Oh.
And I've named this one Miney K after my wife, who when she was a toddler couldn't say Melanie. She said Miney, so her middle name is K, so I've named it Miney K.
What was it that gave you this interest in this particular plant family?
Well, Melanie's father had a friend in Tuscaloosa who hybridized. And when he would get something that he didn't necessarily want to register, he would give it to Melanie's dad, and then he shared them with me. And so that's what got it started, probably back in the mid-90s.
This is a great use of a space in your garden where you can join together the past and the present, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
And introduce us over here.
This is my wife, Melanie, and she's a big part of this garden. She's a big part of the success of the garden.
This structure that we're sitting under.
Saw one at the Nashville Garden Show about 3.5 years ago, and I said, "Can you build that?" He said, "I absolutely can." So he did, and then we brought some elements into it. The screen door and the bricks are actually from Melanie's grandfather. He collected bricks to build his house back in the 50s, and so several trip loads of brick from Alabama to bring up here to put in the floor.
Every mile was a joy.
It was, yes it was. It's just a great place to sit in the shade and look at all the things in the garden, the beauty that God has done. It's just incredible.
Absolutely.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.